Hello, welcome to Wednesday Wanderings. Welcome to my local park. Here we are, look. Yep, in the park. It is a beautiful sunny day. Excuse me, I am going to put my sunglasses on because I can't see anything. It's very bright and I'm not complaining, by the way. It's beautiful. I am loving this warmer, sunnier weather. How are you doing? Really, genuinely, how are you? And that's what I'm going to be talking about right now, today, because so many of you, myself included, are struggling with the energies right now. And I'm not surprised, because it's this week is different to any week ever, at least in any of our lifetimes, in the last few hundred years at least. Possibly ever, I don't know. What's going on? Why is it so crazy right now? Why are we all struggling so much? And when I say struggling, that doesn't mean it's bad. It's a bit all over the place, isn't it? There is so much going on. I know for myself this week I've felt exhausted and energized at the same time, or switching between them in just a moment or two. I'm going to sit on this bench a minute. I felt really unmotivated and still monumentally productive. That was me yesterday. I'll take these off now. Yeah, it's a funny old week. It's a weird time right now. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about why, because usually on these Wednesday Wanderings I answer one of your questions, but the reality is this week is so unprecedented. I'm just going to talk about what's going on. And there was more in my weekly guidance on Monday, so if you haven't watched that, do go back and watch that this week, because it's just unprecedented. It's huge. I can't even begin to explain. I think I even used the word gargantuan in my Monday weekly guidance for you, and that's what it is. So the short list of what's going on right now, and this, believe me, this is not all of it by any stretch. We've got Pluto in Aquarius. That happened back in January, and we are navigating the biggest societal change that we've seen in a couple of hundred years. That's part of Pluto in Aquarius. It wasn't January. Sorry, forgive me. End of last year. Feels like a long time ago, but it's part of what we're going through. It is actually all quite new. We are slap bang in the middle of both Venus and Mercury retrograde. And that always brings a time of introspection, going inward, looking inside yourself and going, what? And slowing down and going, what's happening here? We're also right in the middle of, or coming towards the end of, a monumental eclipse portal. We started with the full moon, total lunar eclipse, on the 14th of March, so not quite 2 weeks ago. And it's ending with the new moon, partial solar eclipse, this coming Saturday. That's the 29th of March. And it's massive. It's really, really big. We also had the equinox, or Stara, spring equinox, just last week, not quite a week ago. And that was Thursday last week. And we're still in the energies of that right now. And the reality is, it's a lot. There's other stuff, we've got things like Mercury squaring Chiron today. Mars squaring. See, Mercury is in retrograde. I might get my words wrong. That's going to happen. Mercury rules communication, technology, so I'm hoping this video is working, and travel. So yeah, good old Mercury. We do love Mercury. Mars is square Chiron today, so you might be feeling a bit feisty and a bit like, oh, go with it. Be gentle. Don't rise to it, would be my advice for you for today, if you're watching this today. There's a lot of really, really big stuff, and that's just, I'm barely scratching the surface of all the things that are going on right now. But all of it together, what does it mean? Because we could go into detail on each of the different things, and I'd be here for a week talking to you. I'd still be here the other side of the eclipse portal. But the reality is, what's it about? Why are you feeling all over the place? And that is because we right now are all being pulled through. If you think of it like a corridor, it's a vortex, it's a corridor, and we are going through it. We entered into it with the lunar eclipse on the 14th of March with the full moon in Virgo. And we're going to be spat back out of it again on Saturday with the solar eclipse, with a new moon in Aries. And this vortex, this corridor that we're going through is swirling all around us, and it's inviting us to clear away all of the things that aren't right for us anymore. And that means, in practical terms, how do you keep yourself small? How do you hide your light? How do you stop shining your light from the world? Because the world needs you, right? The world needs you to show up as you, as brightly as you possibly can. But the reality is that life gets in the way of that. Social conditioning is huge. The imprints from your own childhood are huge, and they layer up. You've got past life trauma that carries with you, karmic patterns that need to be dealt with, karmic debt that needs repaying. All of these things, all of these energies, old contracts that hang around with you, limiting beliefs, fears, all of these things that impact you and keep you feeling small, keep you hidden. This week we're being asked to look at every single one of those, to hold them up to the light, and there was more about that and how you do that in the weekly guidance this week, so go and check that out if you haven't watched it already. But why does it want that? What's going on? So it wants us to come out of this portal, the end of this portal, on Saturday with a newness. It's like stepping into, you know, when you've had, I'm trying to think how to describe this best. You know, when there's been a really, really, really big thunderstorm, okay? And the weather's been really heavy and oppressive, and it's been dark and gloomy, and then it hammers it down with rain. And it's horrible, and it's crashing, and it's lightning, and there's pressure squashing you. I don't know if you struggle with that. I definitely do struggle with that. And there's pressure on you, and you are feeling it, and it's all built up over a long period of time, and it's like, ah. And then you wake up the next day, and it's like the whole world's been washed clean, and there's blue sky, and it's lighter, and it's freer, and it's fresher, and there's a crispness and a freshness and a beauty to everything. It's like that. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like that for you, for your life, for how you are showing up right now. The universe is taking us through this portal so that we can show up brighter and clearer and fresher and more sparkly on the other side of this. And to do that, we have to let go of the things that are holding us back and keeping us in the old way. So that's practical things like, oh, I don't like showing up like that because it scares me. Well, let's get rid of that fear. That's what the universe wants you to do, is to get rid of that fear right now, okay? Or, I can't do that because it might upset my husband or my partner or my child or my friends or my work colleagues or whatever it is, right? I can't do that because X, Y, Z reason. No, it wants you to notice those, to see those, and to go, no more, I'm not here for that now. To let go of those fears, those limiting beliefs, those things that hold you back and stop you shining really brightly. My own journey, I've been through it as well. This isn't just you. I'm not sitting here from some high and mighty place going, hallelujah, I've been through it, everything's wonderful. No, I'm in the trenches with you right now. My own journey, and I'll share this with you because I want you to understand how it shows up in real time. I went away last week. I was very privileged, lucky to have the opportunity to go and stay in someone else's house while they were away for a week. My husband and I went. We initially only went for a long weekend, but we were there and it took us about 4 days just to relax enough to be able to enjoy it. So we said we could, because we're both self-employed, we both work from home, so we could work from there instead of home. So we stayed for the full week, and it allowed us both space to disconnect. I mean, I even switched off my phone for 2 full days. It was blissful, honestly. When was the last time you did that? But actually, that's what I needed, and I had to get past the guilt and I'm not showing up for my business and all of that stuff, to actually be comfortable with doing that. And now I can't see anything again because the sun's coming up from behind the clouds. I'm going to put these on. There we go. Hello. I needed that time away. My husband did as well. It was lovely. We walked a lot. We connected with nature. We had a lot of deep conversations and a lot of very superficial fun conversations as well, which is as equally important. It doesn't all have to be deep and meaningful. That's important too. That's really important too. Deep and meaningful is not always the way. Light-hearted and fun and joyful is also very important. But I needed that space because I needed to be able to take a step back, literally step back from my day-to-day life, which involves me coming to this park and various other places around and sitting in my home office. You'll have seen that, the backdrop with my beautiful picture on the wall behind me that my husband painted for me. Have I mentioned he's an artist, by the way? If you want to see any of his stuff, let me know and I'll send you the link. I needed that time to just step back and move away from the day-to-day stuff and go, wow, I need to see things from a different angle. And for me, that angle was, I'm not stepping into my fullest magic and showing up as the incredibly powerful magic being that I am, because that is who I am. And it's allowed me to make a few tweaks in my business. I've brought back my Akashic card readings this week. I'll drop the link in below this video if you're interested in those. And they're really a really great place just to get a bit of guidance on what next and how to move through the next steps. Because they're really powerful, and I'd stopped doing them for some reason. But they weren't aligned for a bit, but now they are. So I'm doing that. I'm owning the fact that I use my magic daily. I'm putting magic into this. I did some energy healing for someone this morning. I throw magic around all over the place just by being, just by existing, because I'm in here and I'm showing up as that. And it's time for me to stop hiding the fact that that's what I do on a daily basis. I work with my magic. I'm very, very powerful. My magic is potent. And the reason that I'm here for that, the reason I'm telling you all this is not to go, hey, wow, look at me. But it's because I wasn't showing you the fullness of that. I wasn't showing up in the whole of my magic. I was doing it behind closed doors with my one-to-one clients. Absolutely I was. And they were experiencing it and going, wow. That's how I had feedback, like one Akashic code clearance session, literally changed someone's entire life and got rid of all the fears they had about showing up for themselves. I mean, that's amazing, just one session. That's the potency and the power of what I do. But what I haven't been doing, which I was shown last week when I stepped back from it all, is necessarily telling you about the extent of that and what I do and the powers that I have. And that's really was my learning, and I've had to push through my discomfort with coming and saying all this stuff to you right now and going, no, this is what I'm here for. And the reason I'm here to do this is because my role, my purpose is to show you that you can do this too. This isn't all about me. My mission is to spread this out. I want you to connect with yourself on this level as well. I want you to feel the deep joy that comes from not hiding yourself anymore, that comes from just going, yeah, this is me, this is who I am. I sit on a park bench, I talk to my phone, I ignore all the people walking past me giving me funny looks, because actually I genuinely don't care, because this, talking to you now, is more important. And I want you to have the impact that you're destined for, and you can't do that if you're playing small. And that's what the universe wants from you. So if you're struggling this week, if the universe is showing you like really big dreams, if you're getting excited one minute and devastated the next, if you're bouncing around between really energized and absolutely exhausted from one minute to the next with no warning, if you're really happy and then really miserable with a snap of the fingers in just a moment, then that's what's going on. The universe wants you to pay attention to that, to pay attention to all the ways that you don't necessarily lovely dogs coming past. There's an awful lot of dogs around me suddenly. It's very nice, but there's an awful lot of them. They're very cute. Anyway, the universe wants you to notice and pay attention to these things that it's showing you, because it's showing you them for a reason, right? If you find yourself suddenly exhausted, please go and rest. Even if you sit there and you go, oh, but I can't because I've got all the universe wants you to notice that and go, no, I deserve rest. I need rest. I'm going to deserve rest. Even if it's a 20-minute power nap, do it. Half an hour on the sofa reading a book, whatever. Binge watch Netflix for a couple of hours one afternoon on the sofa. Go and do the thing that your body is asking you to, because it's there for a reason. Your body wants you to pay attention. The universe is showing you these really big, massive dreams. These mood swings, these changes are all ways that you are being shown right now in the middle of this portal, of this vortex, that these are things you need to look at so that you can release them. You're being shown them so that you can get rid of them, so you can move past them, you can release them. If you want help with that, please reach out to me, because that is my zone of speciality. That is my zone of genius, is to get you through all of those things very quickly and easily. I'm also a time master, so I condense time so you travel through these things a lot quicker than you would do if you tried to do it on your own. That's what I'm here for. And understanding that has been part of my own journey in this last week or two through this portal myself. So it's huge, it's monumental, but it's all there for a reason. It's all there for a purpose, and that's because these times are unprecedented, and you're being asked to show up in the brightest way that you possibly can, in the most aligned, heart-centered way that you possibly can, without all the fears that come from your human conditioning, your witch wounds, your past life traumas, your subconscious fears, the way you keep yourself small for the benefit of other people. Your people pleasing is definitely part of that. These are all things that show up, that are showing up right now. And if you are resisting looking at them, they'll show up harder and harder, and this journey will be harder for you. So do reach out if you want some help with that. Genuinely, please do, because I can help you. Oh, I'm going to be honest with you. When I start doing these Wednesday wanderings, I never ever know where they're going to go. I have a starting point, and then I never know where they're going to take me or how long they're going to be. So I'm going to be totally honest with you. Because the sun's shining straight in my eyes, I can't actually see even how long I've recorded this for. It is what it is, and I have no idea what I've been talking about. I know what topic it's on, but I don't even know. I can't even recall what I've said. But that's the point, because I channel these things through, and this is coming from me because someone watching this now, you watching this now, needs to hear this. So that's what comes through, and that's what I channel, and that's part of my magic. So I'm sharing that with you. I don't come out with a script or a plan. I let it just flow, and I connect into source, and I connect into my guides, and they just what comes out is what you need to hear, or someone watching this needs to hear. So, and if that someone is you, please get in touch, because that is what I'm here for. Because when you can show up as the best version of you, and the brightest, less fearful, less held back, more complete, more heart-led version of you, you have more impact on the world. And that's my legacy, is to help you have more impact, which means the people you serve have more impact, and so on and so on. That's what I'm here for. It starts with you. So get in touch. I'll drop the link to my website below this if you want to have a look at what else I do. I'll drop a link to the card readings, which I've just restarted and feels perfectly aligned this week. Otherwise, if you have any other questions for me, anything you want me to answer on any of these Wednesday Wanderings, please do let me know. Drop it in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Click the notifications bell as well. I don't know where it is on here. I'm just sitting in the sun recording on my phone. But click the notifications bell as well, so you don't miss these as well. And yeah, I'm here for you. If you need me, that's my purpose. So hold your line, you'll be okay, but notice what's coming up for you. And I will be back next week on the other side of this portal. Oh, I am looking forward to seeing what comes out the other side of this. It's going to be amazing. Take care. I am sending you love and light and sparkly blessings.